Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Exciting day today because, as promised, I do have a new team for you guys, which we will get into in just 1 second. Our first match with that team today is going to be against Andrew. So here you can see the team, a lot of familiar faces on here, Pokemon that I have not used in quite some time. So those are going to be the Lantern, the Hariyama, the Aggron, the Staraptor, and the Mismagius. Also got one Pokemon on there I've never used before. That is going to be the Shaman. So that's actually a Pokemon that I've wanted to use for quite a long time now, but am only finally getting around to using it now. So having said all of that, I am very excited to use this team, excited to see how it does in battle. So looking at the opponent's team, it looks to be pretty original, pretty interesting, pretty cool. So what do I want to lead with here? I think we are actually going to go with the Staraptor in this one. And we are going to try and make a quick note of the opponent's team as well, as we are still adjusting. I know, as I've been saying over and over again, to not being able to see the team preview mid-game. So, yeah. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and lead with the Mamoswine. That's kind of as predicted. He definitely had a lot of solid lead options there. But anyway, it is a potentially good thing with the Staraptor, potentially not good thing. I'm going to get the Intimidate to lower his attack, which is good. So I have a couple different options here. I could just go straight for the kill, but he's probably going to be Focus Sash more than likely, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and go for the U-turn here. And I do outspeed him, which is good. I'm going to hit him with that Choice Band U-turn, which is going to take him down by a little less than half, which is good damage. And then I am going to get the switch, and so what do I want to come in with to face this thing is the question. I think, not 100% sure, because he may very well just be stealth rocking, so but do I want to take that risk is the question. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and come in with the Hariyama, actually. So, there it is. And he is going to go for an Icicle Crash, so yeah, good thing we didn't overpredict. That is going to do quite a lot of damage, actually. That's going to knock us down a little below half, and then we are going to get burned by the Flame Orb because we are a Guts set. So we are going to go ahead and go for the Fake Out here. And we do get that to get the additional chip damage and of course the flinch, so that's good news for us. So we do take some bird damage, but the good news is, once again, we did knock this thing within range that a Bullet Punch should take it out, so we're going to go for that. And he is not going to stay in, though, so he might actually be predicting the Bullet Punch, so he's going to go ahead, or maybe not, because he is going to come in with the Frostlass. So he's going to be switching right into a Guts boosted super effective Bullet Punch here, and that is going to do a truckload of damage to that Frostlass, knocking it to a quarter as we do take more burn damage. We could definitely go for another Bullet Punch here. He does have potential switch-ins to it, but I think I don't know if he's going to want to try to save Frostlass, so I think we're actually just going to attempt the Bullet Punch again and hope that he doesn't try to do that. So he's thinking about it, and he is going to do it. Okay, so he does save the Frostlass, so he is going to switch in with the Conch Crow. So that's actually not great for us, as we do Bullet Punch this thing now. And with the Guts boost, it actually does about a quarter, which is pretty decent damage. Then we do take burn damage. So I kind of actually want to save Hariyama at this point, seeing as how that very powerful priority could mess his team up, actually. So I think we're going to go ahead and switch out directly into the Lantern to try and save it. So, there it is. And he is going to go for a Sucker Punch, so good thing we did that, not going to do anything. So now we have a little bit of a decision to make here. So he does still have the Electric Immunity on deck, so it would be a little risky to try and go for that. So I think probably the safest thing we can do here is just go ahead and try to fire off an Ice Beam, so that's what we're going to do. And so he does stay in and go Night Slash, so he is going to hit us with that, knocking us to about half, as he is going to take some Life Orb recoil damage. We're going to fire off a Choice Specs Ice Beam in return, and that is going to be enough to go ahead and take that Honchkrow out from that range and knock him down to 5, so that is pretty good for us. So yeah, Honchkrow out of the way is good news, and we'll see what he wants to bring in response. So he is definitely thinking about this one. What does he want to face the Lantern? Let's see. Alright, so it's going to be the Frostlass again. So he could... there's a lot of ways he could play this. Unfortunately, we are Choice Specs locked into Ice Beam, but I think from that range, an Ice Beam might actually take the Frostlass out. Then again, he also doesn't know we're Choice Spec, so it's a little bit of an interesting situation. But you know what? I think we're actually we are going to stay in and try to take him out with that Choice Specs Ice Beam. He does outspeed, and he does go Destiny Bond. So yeah, there's that. And we're going to see if the Ice Beam is enough to take him out. And it is enough, fortunately and unfortunately, to go ahead and take out the Frostlass. So that is going to trigger his Destiny Bond, actually, unfortunately, which is going to knock us out. So that's going to knock us down to 5, him down to 4. We both get a blind switch in here. So what do we want to bring in to face him is the question, and let's see, based on what he has left, I think, what do we want? Yeah, I think we're actually going to want to go back into Staraptor here, so that's what we're going to do. So he's going to go Jumpluff, so that's kind of okay, I think, as we come in with the Staraptor. So we do get the Intimidate to cut this thing's attack, which is good. So it might actually not be okay, though, upon further consideration, because he could definitely Sleep Powder us, I believe it could, so I don't know if we want to risk that. I think this thing would probably outspeed us. So yeah, it's a little bit of a choice here. I think we're actually going to try to play it safe and go ahead and switch into Shaman. As I mentioned, we've been wanting to use this thing for a long time, so might as well go ahead and bring it out while we can. So there it is. And he is going to go Sleep Powder, so we do get the free switch there. We get the prediction right, which is nice. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton to do to this thing. The best we have is Psychic, so we're just going to go ahead and try to fire that off and see what he wants to do. And he is not going to stay in on that matchup, so he's going to switch directly into Togekiss. So, yeah, there's that. And we are going to hit this thing with a Psychic, so we'll see how much it does. So, it doesn't do too much, unfortunately, and then he does get HP back with the leftovers. So, that's definitely not great for us. There's not a lot we can do to the Togekiss with the Shaman, so, yeah, we definitely could switch here. Shaman could potentially be pretty useful for blocking Sleep Powder, and we can't really do much to this thing. The only question is, what do we want to switch in? And depending on this thing's set, Aggron could be a really good switch or a pretty bad switch. But but I think we kind of just have to risk it at this point. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to switch in Aggron on this matchup, and kind of hope that he doesn't have coverage for it. So there it is, the return of another old favorite, Aggron, and he does go Thunder Wave. So that's not great. He is going to paralyze us, so he has the Para Flinch set more than likely, as he gets some HP back with the leftovers. So the only question here is does he have coverage? But I think we just kind of have to stay the course with the Aggron in. I think the best thing we can actually do is attempt to set Stealth Rock, so that's what we're going to do. Since he has a lot of Pokemon that are whittled down in the back of his team at this point. And we'll see how he wants to play it. So he is not going to stay in on that matchup, which is actually pretty good for us. So he's going to switch in the Typhlosion, which is not terrible. So that kind of tells me he doesn't have coverage. Thankfully, we are able to get the Stealth Rock off. We don't get fully paralyzed, so that's nice. We are able to get the entry hazard up, better late than never. So based on that, I actually may not want to stay in with Aggron, knowing that he doesn't have coverage. But then again, switch options are a little limited here at this point. So, actually, we might have to stay in on this. Yeah, I think we might have to stay in here. So, I think the best thing we can actually do is just go ahead and try to fire off a head smash on this thing. So that's what we're going to attempt to do, as he is going to just go for the Eruption, and that is going to knock us all the way down to the Sturdy, but we do survive because of it, and we go for the head smash and we miss. So that is pretty terrible, actually. So yeah, there's that. There's the head smash miss. Definitely screwed us there. We're just going to go ahead and click Earthquake this time. Not that it's going to matter. We get the HP back from the leftovers. He's just going to go Eruption again. He's more than likely locked into the Eruption. So yeah, that's just going to go ahead and get rid of our Aggron and drop us down to 4. So yeah, that is quite unfortunate. I think probably the best thing we can do at this point is go ahead and come in with the Mismagius. Actually, we are Focus Sash, so we can live one attack for sure. I think we just have to go straight for the Shadow Ball and try to hit this thing as hard as possible. He is going to go Eruption, and that is going to knock us down to actually not quite the Focus Sash, so we do survive. Hit him with the Shadow Ball. That'll take him to about a little above half, but unfortunately, he is more than likely just going to take us out. We're going to click Shadow Ball again. He's going to go Eruption again. Does not miss. And yeah, it is enough to get rid of the Mismagius and drop us to 3. So unfortunately, things have taken a turn for the worse for sure in this one. We're going to go ahead and come back in with the Hariyama at this point. And we're going to try to go Fake Out to try and hopefully whittle this thing down. He stays in, we hit the Fake Out, and we do knock him into the red with the Fake Out and get the flinch as we take some burn damage. I think we could... we're kind of in a little bit of a choice at this point because I don't know if Bullet Punch is going to be enough from that range to take it out. It doesn't actually look like it will be since it's a resisted hit, so we could... yeah, we really just kind of have nothing but bad options on the table right now. So yeah, we could... I think we pretty much just have to try and switch out for another Fake Out, unfortunately, and we're going to have to sack something, and I think that something is going to have to be Shaman, so yeah, we're going to have to do it to give us a chance of winning this still. So we're going to switch back in the Shaman, as he is going to go Eruption again. And so yeah, that is not going to do too much damage actually to us. I kind of almost forgot about the fact, or did forget about the fact that Eruption's power is decreased based on his HP, so we are actually able to take that very well. And so yeah, I think, what do we want to do here? I think the best thing we can do is, I don't know if he's, based on that damage output, if he's even going to want to stay in, honestly, but he might not want to risk a switch. But either way, I think we have no choice but to just go for the Psychic. And he does indeed stay in. So he hits the next Eruption, and that takes us down a little above half as we go ahead and fire off the Psychic in return. And that will definitely take care of the Typhlosion from that range. And that's going to knock him down to 3 as we do get some more HP back with the leftovers. So, yeah, we'll see what he wants to bring in now. He is going to go ahead and come in with the Mamoswine, and yeah, so he is going to just barely survive the Stealth Rock damage on the switch in here. We really can't switch at this point, so I think the only thing we can do is just stay in and go Psychic again. And he is going to go for the Ice Shard to go ahead and actually take us out there. So that kind of sucks. That's going to knock us down to 2. So yeah, that is definitely bad news. So at this point, I think the best thing we can do is go ahead and come back in with the Hariyama. And so we are going to go ahead and definitely click Fake Out once more. And he definitely stays in on that, so the Fake Out will definitely finish off the Mamoswine from that range and knock him down to 2, as we do take more burn damage. So definitely coming down to the wire here. Who knows how it's going to go, but he is going to come back in with the Jumpluff, and he is going to take the Stealth Rock damage there. And so I think, unfortunately, we don't have many good options at this point. So I think we kind of just have to, go Bullet Punch here. Just try and get some damage on this thing on the way out. So that's what we're gonna do. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hit the Bullet Punch, and that will take him down a little below half. But he's actually going to substitute, so that's not good. So he's going to go ahead and put a substitute in, and then he's going to go ahead and regain some HP there with the leftovers, as we do take burn damage once again. So, you know, I don't know if a Bullet Punch is going to be actually enough to break the sub. It might be. But I think we kind of just have to go for it because we know he's going to outspeed. So I guess we just have to Bullet Punch and hope it's enough to break the sub. So is it going to be enough? There's the Bullet Punch, and it is enough, thankfully. Okay, so it's enough to break the sub as he goes Leech Seed, and he actually misses. So there we get our miss back, which is nice. He's going to regain some HP with the leftovers, and can we survive another round of burn damage? Yes, with 4 HP, Hariyama hanging on for one more turn. We're just going to go ahead and attempt to Bullet Punch again on this thing. No reason not to at this point. And yeah, so we're going to get the next Bullet Punch, one final Bullet Punch, and it is not quite enough to take the Jumpluff out as he goes Seed Bomb. And that will definitely finish off our Hariyama from that range and knock us down to just 1, as he does regain more HP with the leftovers. So it is all down to the wire here. It is down to this. All we have left is the Star Raptor. So we're going to come in with that, get the Intimidate to lower his attack. Time is almost up here. I think the only choice we have at this point, since we are choice banned, is to go ahead and lock ourselves into Brave Bird. So that's what we're going to do. He does outspeed, goes Sleep Powder, and of course he does not miss. So he's going to go ahead and put us to sleep. So that's really bad. So yeah, we fall asleep there, and we stay asleep as he regains more HP with the leftovers. So yeah, definitely bad turn of events here. All we can do is stay in and try to Brave Bird again and hope for a Wake Up. He's going to go Leech Seed. He misses that. We do get the Wake on the second turn, so that's nice. We're going to hit the Brave Bird on this thing to get rid of that Jumpluff, and we're going to knock him down to just 1 Pokemon. So we're down to the wire here. We take the recoil damage. So It is all going to come down to this last turn pretty much. His last Pokemon is the Togekiss. He's going to come in with that. He's going to take the Stealth Rock damage, which is going to leave him at about 2/3, 3/4 HP. And so it's all going to come down to A, whether or not we can outspeed him, and B, whether or not this Brave Bird is enough to knock him out. So all we can do is click it and hope. So we do outspeed. We go for the Brave Bird. Is it going to be enough? Max Attack Choice Band. Yes, it is going to be enough to get rid of the Togekiss. We survive the recoil damage, and that is game. All right, so we're going to win that one 1-0 against Andrew, but that was a great match. Very close, very competitive. Could have swung either way. They do not get much closer than that, folks. But, yeah. Great way to start off with the new team. What a close one that was. All right. So, that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.